In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process on how to change the transmission fluid in this 2014 GMC Terrain. Now this should be about the same from 2010 to 2017. It's also going to be the same for Chevrolet Equinox. Now this has the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine. They did also have a 3 liter and a 3.6 liter. It's basically going to be about the same. Your fluid capacity might vary just a little bit. Just check your owner's manual to see what kind of fluid you need to put in it. So in the back of the owner's manual, it says we need to use Dextron 6 automatic transmission fluid. Favorite transmission fluid to use is Valvoline Full Synthetic Max Life, and it does cover and meet specifications of Dextron 6. So that's what we're going to be using. Now before you ever take out any kind of drain plug on anything, vehicle, ATV, SUV, snowmobile, whatever, always make sure you can get to the fill plug and remove the fill plug. You don't want to drain any oil and then find out you can't get to the fill plug, or maybe it's a sealed system. So I'll show you right where the fill plug is, and we're going to make sure that we can remove it. It's going to be that black cap right there. So we'll go ahead and make sure we can remove that first. So what we need to do is rotate it counterclockwise or to the left, and it will unscrew. And there's the cap. And now I just want to make sure that my transmission fluid funnel is going to reach. These are usually always long tapered funnels. This is down in there pretty deep. I could maybe shove it down in there, but it looks like it's about 3 inches short. About 3.5 inches of plastic tubing on the end of my funnel. It's 3/4 inch OD, 1/2 inch ID. Let's go ahead and make sure that it's going to fit in there now. And that's about a perfect fit. Transmission fluid drain plug is right here, and you're going to need an 11mm socket to loosen it up. Whenever we go to put this drain plug back in, it's going to have a torque spec of 18 foot-pounds. Now if you don't have a torque wrench, what I've used in the past is a digital caliper. So as you can see, I measured 334 thousandths is what that drain plug sticks out. If you keep threading that in, if you thread it in all the way, there is a slight chance you could crack this. As you can see about 4 threads. So putting this back in is kind of important. Either 18 foot-pounds, or measure how much it's sticking out, or count the threads. I always use for transmission and differential fluid changes. As you can see, it's graduated, so it tells me how many quarts comes out. It is a 10-quart bucket. So if I know that it's supposed to have 4 quarts in it and only 3 come out, or maybe 5 come out, that's going to tell me if it was underfilled or overfilled before. But it just gives me a good reference and lets me know if it had 4.1 quarts in it before, it should also have 4.1 quarts going back into it. So it's always good to know how much fluid comes out. So we're going to turn this counterclockwise or to the left, 11mm socket. This is really similar to a Ford Edge, almost exactly the same drain plug. It's going to take a while for it to all drain out. About 4.4 quarts coming out. According to the shop manual, we should have about 4.2. So I would say this was filled correctly. So that gives me a good idea how much needs to go back in. All right, so I've got the drain plug back in. And if I measure the distance from the head to the transmission, I have the exact same dimension. So it wasn't leaking before, so I tightened it up the exact same way. I have the same amount of thread showing, the same distance from here to here. Now we can go ahead and add our transmission fluid. So in my bucket, I had exactly 4.5 quarts come out. So I put in 4.3 quarts, and now we're just going to go ahead and check it. So we can go ahead and remove the funnel. And then go ahead and reinstall your fill cap. Axle coming into the transmission right there. You see that little plug? It's almost just like your drain plug. That's actually a check plug. So what you do is you loosen that plug up, take it out, and you should have just a little bit of fluid run out of that hole, and that means it's full. If you don't have any fluid run out, go ahead and add a little bit more transmission fluid until the fluid starts to seep out of this hole, and then go ahead and put that plug back in, and you're good to go. Now you don't want to take off just yet. We need to start the car and shift through all the gears without moving. Now we're just going to shift through each gear and just let it sit there for about 10 seconds in each gear. So after about 10 seconds, you'll just go to neutral, go all the way down, each gear waiting 10 seconds, and then go all the way back up to park to finish it out. And that's all there is to it, guys. If you've never done this before, give yourself an hour from start to finish. Now you don't want to just jump in the car and hit the interstate going 80 miles an hour. Drive around your subdivision or a park, drive slowly, let's say under about 40 miles per hour for about the first 15 minutes. Then you're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this step-by-step video. I'll put links in the description below on all the stuff I've used. And thanks for watching.